Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is the chemical effect of electric current, we were talking about that of the chemical effect. Actually, we were discussing that whether what is a good conductor or what is a bad conductor. We were also talking about that in case of a good conductor, electric current used to means it allow the electric current to pass through it, that is the good conductor. And in case of a bad conductor, we have seen that it basically do not allow or allow very little amount of electric current to pass through it. So till that student, we have seen that how the conduction occur in case of the solid, as well as then we started to understand how electric current passes through that of a liquid also. Okay, so there also we have seen that suppose if in a we have taken a solution, and that is a lemon solution, and then we will going to dip two wire into it and connect the wire with that of the battery, and then a bulb will be connected to it. And what we will find that the bulb glows when the electric when the circuit get completed. Now see here, still the wire is what that is in the lemon juice, but it is actually the bulb is actually glowing. What does that indicate? It indicate that the lemon juice is actually behaving like an electrolyte and help in the it basically help in the that of the electric current to pass through it easily. Okay, so it's a kind of a good conductor of electricity. Now the problem will occur here that we have to take if suppose in case of electric bulb, sometimes the bulb do not glow. And what is the reason behind it? The reason it can be that electric bulb need a good amount of electricity to flow through it. And for that students, we can say that okay, in case of lemon juice, good amount of electric current cannot flow through it or cannot be produced, so ultimately the bulb will not glow, because the proper amount of electric current when passes through that of the filament of the bulb, making the filament heat, and ultimately that will help in the glowing of the electric bulb here. Now, if we talk about uh, uh, LED bulb, so instead of that, if suppose we will take the LED bulb can glow even when a less amount of a electric current will flows through it. Okay, so that is the that is how we can check that conductor. It is a good conductor, liquid is a good conductor or not. One of the another method is also there, with the help of which we can check that the given thing is a good conductor or not. And for that we can use a magnetic compass. Magnetic compass basically it used to tell that the electric current which is passing, which is flowing, if a small amount of electric current is also passing through that of the wire, it will shows the deflection. Okay, so small current also the magnetic field or the magnetic compass will show the deflection, and due to which we can say that electric current is flowing through it. Okay, so in instead of, if we will take that of the lemon juice and connect the wires with the battery and the one of the matchbox card, an empty matchbox, and we will put them a small magnetic needle into it, then what we will find, we find that it will shows the deflection. So even though the current which is produced here is in a very less amount, but the magnetic compass deflect, and the deflection proves that electric current is flowing through it. Now we can do this process with all the other different kind of a liquid. Now let us see here We have understood here one thing, student, that there are some of the substances which are the good conductor of electricity, and it means it allow all the current electric charges to flow through it. That is an good conductor of electricity. And the second is that in which very less amount of electric current will flows through it. It means it do not allow all the electric charges to flow through it. That is a poor conductor of electricity. Now see here, here we have tested the conduction of electricity through tap water, and now we will going to see. So before that we have understood that how the tap water help in the in the movement of the uh, of the of the electric current. Now we will going to check with that of a distilled water, that whether distilled water will allow the electric charges through it or not. Here, we will take about 2 teaspoonful of distilled water in a clean and dry plastic or rubber cap of a bottle. You may obtain distilled water from your school science lab. You may also get distilled water from a medical store or a doctor or a nurse. Okay. Use the tester to test whether distilled water conduct electricity or not. What do you find? Does distilled water conduct electricity? Now dissolve a pinch of a common salt in distilled water. Again test. What do you conclude this time? Basically, we will take 2 teaspoonful of a distilled water in a plastic or in a rubber cap of the bottle, and then we will use a tester and to check that whether it will allow the electric current to flow through it or not. Okay, so what do we find here, that whether the distilled water is flowing through it or not. And for that, okay, then we will check that whether it is flowing through it or not. And then again what we will do, we will add some pinch of a common salt, NaCl, in that of the distilled water, and again we will test it. What is the thing which we will conclude here? We will see that when the salt is dissolved in that of the distilled water, then the solution is what it allows the electric current to flow through it. But when it is a distilled water, okay, so it will not allow the electric current to pass through it. Okay, so in the first case, we will see that there is no such deflection and there is no flow of a electric current occur when we use that of a distilled water. And the reason is that in case of a distilled water, since there is no ions are present in it, so it will not allow the electric current to pass through it. Then when we add a pinch of a common salt into it, the common salt mixes with the water, help in the flow of electric current through it easily. Okay, so now there are ions are present in that of the water, which basically help in the movement of the electric current to pass through it. Okay, so when salt is dissolved, then it behaves like a good conductor of electricity, and the reason is because it is what it is consisting a good amount of ions. Now the water that we get from the sources such as taps, hand pumps, well and pond is not pure. It may contain several salts dissolved in it. Small amount of mineral salt are naturally present in it. This water is thus a good conductor of electricity. Okay. Now instead of that, you see student, if any kind of a salt will be added, then good amount of electric current will flow through it. So small amount of mineral salt, basically it is naturally present in the water. And it is because of that water is considered to be a good conductor of electricity. While in case of a distilled water, it is free of salt and is a poor conductor. This is an important thing, and that is small amount of mineral salt are naturally present in it, and this water is a good conductor of electricity. On the other hand, distilled water is free of salt and is a poor conductor. Okay. So we have found here that the common salt when dissolved in a distilled water, it will make the water a good conductor. What about the other substances which when dissolved in distilled water make it conducting? So except that of the common salt, there are other substances are also there. When mixes with that of the water, it will makes water a very good conductor. Okay. So now see here, for that we will going to do a activity, and that is we will going to take 3 clean plastic or a rubber cap of bottle. Pour about 2 teaspoonful of a distilled water in each of them, and then we will add a few drop of a lemon juice or a dilute hydrochloric acid to distilled water in one cap. Now in second cap containing distilled water, add a few drop of base such as caustic soda or potassium iodide. Add a little sugar to the distilled water in the third cap and dissolve it. Test which solution conduct electricity and which do not. So in this one, students, what we will do, we will take a 3 clean plastic or a rubber caps of bottle. Okay, and 3 plastics we will take, or rubber cap of bottle we will take. Pour about 2 teaspoonful of distilled water in each of them, and then we will add a few drop of lemon juice or dilute hydrochloric acid to distilled water in one cap. Okay, then we will add a few drop of a lemon juice or a dilute hydrochloric acid to distilled water in one cap. Now in the second cap containing distilled water, we will add few drop of a base such as caustic soda or potassium iodide. Add a little sugar to the distilled water in the third cap. Test which solution conduct electricity and which do not. So see here, in the first case what we have done, we have added few drop of a distilled water, a few drop of a dilute hydrochloric acid or lemon juice. In the second one, we will add a few drop of a caustic soda or potassium iodide, and in the third one, we will add the little sugar to it. Now, which will going to perform? Which will going to help the electricity to pass through it? Basically, that is the first beaker which consisting of a dilute hydrochloric acid or lemon juice that will provide a good amount of ions, or we can say good amount of ions will dissociate into it, and ultimately it will allow the more amount of ions to pass through it. Okay, and thus making the distilled water a electrolyte or in a good conductor. And second one is having caustic soda or potassium iodide, that we will also say it is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, it will also allow the electric current to pass through it, so it will also a good conductor of electricity. Okay, then the last one, it is consisting of when we add the sugar into it. Adding sugar into it, it will not going to help it to it will not help it to the sugar is do not get produces the ions, and thus sugar will not help the electric current to pass through it. So according to that, the first one will allow more amount of a light, more amount of a electric current to pass through it. Second one allow very less amount of, but third one it will not allow the electric current to pass through it. It is not a good conductor. Now see here. Now most liquid that conduct electricity, basically they are solution of acid, bases and salt. And when electric current flows through a conducting solution, then it will going to produce some effect also on that of the electric current. Now let us see what is the chemical effect of electric current. So basically, in class 7th, we have learned some effect of electric current. Can you list these effects? What effect does the current produce when it flows through a conducting solution? So, what we will do here we have to check that how an electric current produce a chemical effect. With the help of the chemical effect, how electricity is produced here. Now what we will do, we will take out carbon rods carefully from the two discarded cells, clean their metal cap with sandpaper, wrap copper wire around the metal cap of the carbon rods and join them to a battery. We call these two rods electrodes. So we will take out two carbon rods. Okay, we will take two carbon rod and then we will clean that their metal cap with that of the sandpaper, and we will going to wrap the copper wire around the metal cap of the carbon rod and join them to the battery. Now see here, and you know that these two metal cap which is actually a carbon rod, the top one is having the metal cap, and that is called as an electrode. And basically the name that we will going to give to this rod like a structure or electrode, it depends upon that which terminal through which it is attached of. Okay, so one is anode and another one is cathode. Okay, so we have cleared the metal cap with the sandpaper, wrap the copper wire around the metal cap of the carbon rod and join them through the battery here. Now what we will do, we will pour a cup full of water in a glass or a plastic bowl. Add a teaspoonful of water of salt or few drop of a lemon juice to water to make it more conducting, and now immerse electrode in this solution. Make sure that the metal cap of the carbon rod are outside the water. Now what we will do, we will take a salt, a pinch of a salt we will going to add, or a few drop of a lemon juice also we will going to add to the water, and we will going to make it more conducting. Now when we immerse the electrode in this solution, and we must be careful regarding that when we add the when we will doing this, we will make sure that the metal cap of the carbon rod, it should be outside the water. And then when we will wait for 3 to 4 minutes, then we obtained that a gas bubble is coming out of it. Actually what kind of a gas bubble is coming out of it? It is because of the hydrogen and that of the oxygen gas coming out of it. Okay, that we will going to study in the later classes also. Okay, now let us see here that the passage of electric current through a conducting solution cause chemical reaction. So electric current through a conducting solution causes chemical reaction. So when an electric current passes through a conducting solution, that will cause the chemical reaction, and because of that, bubble of gas may be formed on the electrode. Because of that, an electrode is formed here. Okay, bubble of gas of electrode is formed here. Deposits of metal may be seen on the electrode. Changes of color of the solution may occur. The reaction would depend on what solution and electrode are used. These are some of the chemical effect of electric current. Now basically the bubbles start getting formed and it will start coming out of that of the electrode. And this deposit of metal, it can be seen on the electrode. Even the color that changes, it will also occur. And all these phenomena depends upon the kind of a reaction. Okay, so this is about, that how the reaction depends on the solution and the electrode that are used. These are some of the chemical effect of the electric current. So basically this is the chemical effect of the electric current. Bujo decided to test whether some fruits and vegetables also conduct electricity or not, and he cut a potato into two halves and inserted the copper wire of the tester into it. Just then his mother called him and he forgot to take out the wire of the tester. Okay, so basically Bujo, he decided to test that whether the fruit is able to conduct electricity or not. Okay, so he cut the potato into two halves and inserted the copper wire. His mother calls and he forget to take out the wire from that of the potato, and when he came back after half an hour, he noticed that there was a greenish blue spot on the potato ground on wire, whereas there is no such spot around that of the wire. So he was surprised with this observation, and along with Paheli repeated this activity many times, and they found that it was always the wire connected to the positive terminal having the greenish blue spot around, and they felt that discovery was very useful because it could be useful for identifying the positive terminal of the cell or the battery. Okay, so basically this is how they had understood the tested the fruits, that whether they involve the electricity to flow through it or not.